Hey guys, it's Brian with Elion Design Solutions. This is the third installment on our uh, introduction to 3D modeling in Autocad. Again, like I try to say every time, please pay attention to the command line for when I'm keying stuff in, and even when I select something in one of the toolbars. It'll key in and you can see what I'm doing. I know that was really big help for me when I was learning how to do these. And so yeah, what we want to do in this video is let's try to draw some custom shapes and let's try to turn those into 3D. I know personally that's what I do a lot of. I do a lot of structural 3D modeling where I have to take custom structural shapes, whether it be a wide flange beam, or a lot of people know them as I-beams, or a C-channel, or a tube, or a pipe, which they all have different properties and shapes. So you have to use those cross-sectional shapes to turn into 3D models. And let's get rid of all. Before we do that, let's turn this into a top view, and let's just erase this because we don't really need everything that we were working on before. And I'm going to put everything into the 2D wireframe here, and now we're on the top view looking down. Now I'm not going to draw any specific exact structural shape, because if you have access to any of these structural shapes catalogs, a lot of them you can download. What you can do is you can just import it, cut and paste into CAD, which would be your Control C from one CAD program, and then you Control V it in Control V into your the drawing you want to be in, and then you can get ready to go, or you'll be ready to go from there. But for what we're doing, we're just going to do some simple shapes, structural generic shapes, and to show you how to get a structural shape, or any kind of shape for that matter, into a 3D model. So first thing we want to do, again, I don't have mine saved just because this is just something we're working on real quick, is make sure you save your drawing, save as, to wherever you want to save it. These are some lamp drawings tutorials we did before. But so, and alright, so what we're going to do is, first thing we can do is say if we're drawing a pipe. Tube and pipe are two different things. So if we draw some pipe, which is round, we can just draw a circle, C, enter, and we can just say something like 4 inches in diameter. Just hit 4, enter. Alright, now if you want to offset that 1/4 of an inch, so this is going to be a 4-inch diameter by 1/4 inch wall thickness, so we're just offset would be O, enter in my case, and you don't really have to click anywhere. You can just say 0.25 because asking your offset distance, and there you go. So now then you left click and then go to the interior of the circle, and there you go. You've got you a what would be a pipe. The next thing we can do is we can just draw a rectangle, REC, enter. Just click up somewhere up here and type in shift at, say 4,4, and what we're doing there is we're drawing a 4 by 4 rectangle, and that's how you would do that in with known values when you're drawing rectangles. And the 4 is in your X and Y axis. So the first 4 is going to be in your X, which is going to be left and right. The Y is going to be in your up and down. And so if we hit enter, there you go. And we're going to move that down, M for move, and then enter, drag them down. Why is that looking big? Oh guys, you know what I did? I drew this as a 4-inch radius. So some of you guys might have caught that. That's just actually, so this is actually an 8-inch pipe, which is fine. But we do know that this is 4, so this is an 8-inch diameter. And I'll bet you if we measure that, that's what it'll be. There, yeah, look at that. Because when you do your circles, they're in radiuses. So we can offset here the same amount, 1/4 inch offset. And if you look here, it's already in there, brackets. That means it's going to default to that. So we're good. You can make it an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever you want it to be. So there you go. But that's more like an aluminum pipe. If you wanted to, you could have come in and added like radiuses in here. A lot of steel pipes have like radiuses or whatever shape. And we'll do one more. So let's just do a line of, say, I don't know, say 4 inches. All right. So, and then we're going to draw a wide flange beam or a I-beam, whatever you want to call it. The technical jargon would be wide flange beam. So it's a W beam. And let's just come down, say 8 inches. 8. Enter. And again, we can copy that top one, CO, and then take it down to that end point. The squares are end points, the triangles are midpoints. Your F3 turns your snap on and off. So if you guys are not having any snaps, if you're not able to snap anywhere, you can turn that on real quick. If you type in OSNAP, it'll pull your O snap pick boxes up, and you can turn it on, and you can select all of these or none of these, however you want to do it. These are the ones I like to use. If you're using any more than that, it can cause you problems, being that you're trying to select something that you don't want to select. So your F3 turns those on and off, or you could do it by typing in O snap. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to offset these walls 1/4 inch, and then we'll join them all together to make it one big object. So again, offset, again, quarters defaulted, offset there. We're already in the command, so we'll just do it again. Here, if we do it, it'd be a 1/2 inch, so we want to go back and say offset 1/8 inch, which is 1/2 of a quarter. So offset, and that quick decimal is 0.125, which is 1/8 inch. And then enter. So we're going to go to the right and to the left. Now let's erase that middle point, so get out of that by escaping. You can get out of any command by escaping if you didn't know that. So we can type in E, select your middle line, bam, and then enter, and then she's gone. Now we can connect these open-ended pieces and trim out the center pieces. So we're going to draw a line from top to bottom, and then from this one again draw a line from bottom to top. Now all you gotta do is trim that out, TR, enter, and then we're going to right click and then left click and then left click. That takes practice getting used to that click order. I know a lot of people struggle with that initially. So it's TR, enter, right click, left click. After every preceding click that you want being erased would be a left click. Or you can draw a box around it. If you go this way, actually trim works either way. That's cool. Some commands don't let you go the other way. You'd have to have everything encompassed. But anyway, so you can do it that. Look at that. Looks like we're doing something now, guys. All right, so from here, it's not really going to work if you want to extrude these out, because it's really not one solid shape. What we can do is join. Again, I'll even do this one. We'll explode this, and we'll come back and repeat this process again on this one, because now these are all single lines. And if you did everything single lines, you're going to have to join them. So all right, what we got to do is join would be J, enter, and then left click and select everything, and then enter. Now if you see how everything all the way around highlights, it's one long polyline. Good to go. Now this one, same thing. So we're going to join, In this case, we're just going to do there, do a window or pick or however you want to do it. And there you go. Now don't forget to do the middle one. You can say join, pick, 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 and then enter. Alright, cool deal. Now what we can do is just put this thing in a isometric view. Cool deal. Alright, with these, because they have wall thicknesses, they're a little bit different, so just bear with me. You can't just extrude it. You have to extrude it twice and then subtract this middle piece. So what we're going to do is we are going to let's press pull this outer piece up. So that's PRESS, and it should pull up. So the long is press pull, and then you left click your object and just pull up in the Z-axis. And let's just type something we know, say 5. And let's do it again for the center one. We're already in the command, so press pull is already selected. And again, we'll type in 5. Bam. So next thing we would do to make this one shape, because if you look here, guys, you can't really tell what we've done. It looks like one solid shape. But if you're in 2D wireframe, it kind of does look like we're complete, but we're really not. So now what we can do is subtract out the inner circle from the outer circle, which would now give you a tube. So SUB, and then you select your outside one, and then enter. Now select your inside one, enter. See how now it's all one piece? Let's go here to check it. Look at that. Shift, middle click on your mouse, and you can look around. And that's how you can create. And then if you want it longer, select it, and then select Control, click, and there you go. You can make it taller. That way, I used to add sections and sections and sections and then join them all together. That was a pain before I realized you could actually just select the flat face and pull it up. Again, same process on this little guy right here. So what we're going to do is press PRESS, pull, and then as soon as it fills in, you can hit enter. And wow, look at that. Oh, the whole thing did it. Okay, alright, so we can type in 5. Now can't see the inside, so now we got to go back. So we got to do PRESS again, press pull, select this little guy right here, inside, there, and type in 5. Again, all we have to do is subtract out the inside from the outside, so it's subtract SUBTR. There you go. Just keep typing until it pops up. Hit enter. Now we're going to select the outside box, your main piece you want to keep. The part you want to keep, you select first. So there, and then you hit enter. You solidify your selection, and then now you select the interior piece you want subtracted. Yep, you can tell it works by everything being highlighted. You can check it, and shift middle click. There you go. Again, you can extrude that face up farther. There's also an extrude command. I'm not as familiar with that one, but we can try it real quick. Let's see, EXTR. And pretty much the same thing, but I think the extrude command is different. I just exploded that. Let's see, EXTR, in the sense that you don't have to join everything. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really use this command. Ah, look at that. But, oh, yeah, I see the difference. Guys, really big. So what this did, guys, is turned it into mesh. See that? If you shift, middle click on your mouse, see it's hollow in there? Everything's hollow. Has no volume to it. The neat thing about using solids is if you get into using some of the in-depth things of CAD, Autocad, your 3D stuff, I'm undoing everything to the point of where that was solid again, back to a polyline. If you're using solids, it actually can calculate volume and pressures and whatnot, whereas I don't think that capability is able to be used if you're using meshes. Meshes are primarily for just making something look pretty and changing stuff on the fly, from what I understand. Now please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't, but that's my understanding of it. But anyway, so we can press pull this up real quick. So it's PRESS. We don't have to do anything fancy with it. And type that in 5, and there you go. Look at that, guys, and that is a solid piece. Alright guys, that's I think gonna do it for us in this little tutorial, extruding and using the press pull command and creating custom shapes. And you guys let your imagination take you wherever you want on whatever shapes to create. Just make sure you're doing it on the top view here, and really helps out doing that, and you should be good to go. And again, thanks for watching. Check us out for additional tutorials on doing 3D modeling in AutoCAD, and I'll see you later. Thanks.